Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel. My name's Kat, and in this video, we're going to be talking about a pretty big buzzword in the workplace, burnout. We're going to be talking about how to build your anti-burnout work plan so that remote teams that you are a part of can stay protected and engaged for years to come. So let's get into it. So a really big and interesting question in today's workforce is this: what is the future of work? How much can we count on remote work being here to stay? And how can we sustainably maintain great results while working flexibly? According to stats, 13% of jobs in the UK are fully remote, with 28% also being hybrid. In the US, 1 in 4 jobs are telework jobs. And in Canada, 56% of people prefer a hybrid job to a fully in-office job, with a majority of people also stating that having a flexible job is a reason to stay, not just a perk. Having remote work sounds amazing, and it is pretty great to set your own hours. However, it does come with some risks, one of which being burnout. So what is burnout, and how can we protect ourselves against it? Burnout is what happens when the amount of effort we put into something over time greatly exceeds what we're getting from it. There's 2 kinds of burnout. One type of burnout is physical burnout. This happens often in manual labor type jobs like construction or in the service industry, where you're using your body in exhausting ways every day. So your body might need a rest, but your mind might be fine. The other type of burnout is mental and emotional burnout. This might happen when you're sitting in a comfy desk chair all day, but the work you do feels less and less rewarding. In this video, we're talking about emotional burnout or mental burnout, since that's the most common type of burnout for knowledge workers. If you're working by yourself for long hours every day, there are some risks that affect your ability to get enjoyment and satisfaction out of the work that you do. One is, for example, you might feel disconnected because you don't have a chance for spontaneous connections by the water cooler or the coffee machine, and you can't just pop into your colleague's office. Another thing is if you work alone too much, or don't have a co-working space or arrangement set up for meeting with friends, then it can feel pretty isolating to work by yourself, even though your schedule is more flexible and free. Other risks associated with fully remote or hybrid jobs leading to burnout are things like constant communication. Maybe if your phone or your laptop are always pinging you, or you have poor boundaries between life and work and are answering emails at all hours of the day from just about anywhere, you can start to feel pretty burnt out. Another thing is if you just lack a daily routine. With more freedom comes the need for more structure and care. And so we're going to be talking about how to build those into your day-to-day with proper planning. If this sounds like you, don't worry, you're not alone. Burnout affects many people, and all of us at some point. Let's figure out how to build a sustainable work plan and get you and your anti-burnout plan in motion. So how do we know if we're working hard like everybody else, or if what we're experiencing truly is burnout? Well, there's a few documented signs that we can take into account in building our prevention plan to make sure that we are aware that, oh, this is burnout. Here's a few. 1, if you are going to bed and thinking about work so much you can't get any sleep, or if you're getting a full night's sleep and still feel exhausted the next day, you could be experiencing burnout. Another symptom is if your body just isn't listening to you or working like it used to, if you're getting sick a lot, if you're getting tension headaches or headaches in general, and you're usually a healthy person, that's a sign of burnout. Another is if you are getting irritated or are feeling really distant and not very social, and this is not normal for you, that could be a sign of burnout as well. Last but not least, if you're in constant stress, fight or flight, or crisis mode where everything is an emergency and you feel like you're always putting out fires, you might be burnt out. So, if even 2 or 3 of these resonated with you, let's talk about what you can do. The first is making sure that we are doing everything on a personal level. So, are we taking care of our day-to-day routines? Are we making sure that our diet, our exercise, our social life are still intact, regardless of where we work? And are we making sure to separate our work life from our personal life and our priority tasks from those that are less urgent? Those are normal things in any job, but in a remote job, they become that much more important. The other part of remote life safety, or preventing and detecting burnout, is making sure we're not alone. Business is a team sport, and remote life lends itself to isolation unless we remember that we're part of an organization. So, as part of a company, you should be speaking to that company about what resources are available to you. Every company should have an open dialogue between managers and staff about what burnout looks like. There should be systems in place where managers are taught and trained to recognize the signs of burnout so that they can assist staff before it reaches a crisis level. We should also make sure to ask our company about the policies regarding when we don't need to be at our computers, such as lunch breaks or coffee breaks and things like that. And maybe even asynchronous and remote work arrangements that are more flexible and allow us to work when it's best for us. So if our anti-burnout work plan includes recognizing what burnout is, recognizing the different kinds, ensuring that we are well aware of the signs and symptoms, and knowing how we can prevent it, what else can we do? Well, we can incorporate the very best tools. What are those tools? Well, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Recharge by Vacation Tracker. Let's talk about it. So what is Recharge by Vacation Tracker? It's a software developed to help teams that are remote and looking to build more well-being and balance into their energy, productivity, and lives. Recharge by Vacation Tracker is a system and a software developed specifically to ensure it prevents and detects burnout before it happens. So, what features does it include? Well, having an easy-to-read dashboard where each individual member of the team can see their energy levels, having a system in place where the AI-boosted tools can recommend when to take one's next vacation. These are just a few of the perks included in Recharge. Other perks also include things like weekly trend data reported so that you can take a look at what's going on every single week and whether it's trending up or trending downwards. Furthermore, the app includes things like the ability to request time off from within the app itself so that staff are not left having to figure out a whole other software to do so. Last but not least, the software uses the PTO data already included for that company, and so it makes it that much easier to gather information and to just get started today. There's a link in the description for a 14-day trial with all the features that you would be able to use if you were a paid member. I highly recommend checking it out, and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you too can stay up to date on the latest trends in the future of work and work life. Partnering with Vacation Tracker enables you to make the best decisions, and we're always here to help you to learn more about the future of work. So thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.